Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 50 of The Road to Glory here with Kyler Adams. Now, today's episode, obviously it's a bit of a milestone. We're up to number 50, and it is also potentially the episode that we might go to a cult company size. So, it's pretty fitting. We're literally 1 point of importance away from hitting cult. As you can see, Northern Mexico currently at 46, and we're at 50 D plus popularity. Now, I'm just a little bit curious, how close are we to 51 popularity? Alright, so we're a little bit far away. 0.8 is what we need. We're actually super close to hitting 65 C plus in West Central. We're 0.1 away from that. So this next TV show will actually get us above 65, but obviously that doesn't matter too much in regards to going cult. It is literally just Northern Mexico. Now, I just want to say thank you guys for all the support on this series. It's probably been my most enjoyable series I've ever done on my channel. When I first started The Road to Glory, I didn't really think too many people would be that interested in sort of longer, more me just playing the game type. It's more of a style that I didn't think people would enjoy. And I have to say, it's probably not my most watched, but my most, I guess, well received. And I say that because the likes on every video, pretty much all of them are in double figures. And then you guys, the viewers, constantly commenting, giving feedback, giving suggestions. It's really been quite overwhelming in some ways, in a good way, in a very good way. Just the fact that a lot of people just seem to enjoy this type of content, and I really want to continue to do this type of style, not necessarily with a Road to Glory on TEW 2020, but there's a possibility that I will do a Road to Glory. Not 100% sure on when that's going to happen, but you would have to say that it's kind of a safe bet that there will be one from me in the future. Like I said in a few episodes ago, we are going to be starting with Black Canvas Grappling if they are still around in the Seaverse. Now, one thing I do need to do is actually go back and have a look. What was our last show? Alright, so we're focusing on the split up of Cosmic Rider and Phoenix 3. So I think in this... When's our next pay-per-view? Alright, so we've got Venganza. And that is at the end of December, so it's going to be quite a decent build-up to that. Okay, well, in that case, I want to have a tag team match, and we are going to have the heel team of Cosmic Rider and let's go with Strongman. Yeah, that works. Strongman. And they're going to take on the team of Phoenix 3 and Phoenix 4. So, obviously, an angle is going to explain as to why the two Phoenix, or Dos Phoenix, is going to get back together for this match. And obviously, long term, they're going to get back together properly. And they're actually going to pick up the victory in this one. Well, Phoenix 3 is hopefully going to ping Strongman there. Because again, we want to kind of get Strongman lowered down the card. He's still pushing as a main eventer. and that doesn't really float my boat anymore. So we're going to have to script it. It's only going to be... okay. It's not going to be the main event, so we can keep Strongman strong. Unintended. And yeah, I think that's pretty good. We'll have an angle here as well, because we want to kind of explain exactly what's going on. So it's going to be Phoenix 3 and Phoenix 4 coming back together. I don't even know if Phoenix 4 can speak on the mic. I don't think he can. He definitely cannot. Alright, so we'll not rate him there. But basically the angle is Phoenix 3 goes to Phoenix 4 backstage, asks him for his help, says, you know, for one night only, let's see what will happen if DOS Phoenix is once again brought back to life, you know, Lee. Alright, so that's going to, again, continue that sort of feud between Cosmic Rider and Phoenix 3. What are we going to do next? That is the question. Now, we could have... Yeah, this is going to be our main event. Very, very easy here. Kyler Adams taking on Silver Tiger. Of course, everything that happened on the last episode, or the last show of last episode, it was a tag team match. Very strange one, where we had Silver Tiger and Labyrinto taking on Kyler and El Critico. But yeah, Silver Tiger's going to pick up the victory here. And I'm kind of thinking that this match might get a B+. I'm not 100% sure. There's no hot storyline associated with it. But on paper, that looks pretty incredible. Also, I want to show you Kyler's popularity. He's now at a 56 C-, with 55 in Southeast and Northern. So, and he's also actually increased his popularity due to the new TV deal we got on the one of the previous episodes. I think it was last episode. Can't remember 100% because it's been 2 days since I recorded that. And yeah, it's already paying off. And I mean, Silver Tiger, I mean, he did take a loss, but as you can see, his popularity in northern Mexico is now a 72 B- with 70 C+ in west central Mexico. It's almost getting a little bit ridiculous at this point. If I show you El Critico as well, that is El Mdico. I wanted El Critico. There we go. He's up to a 71 C+ in all three regions, so he gained 3 points there. And I'm getting a little bit worried that south of the border might come in. We're pretty lucky that, well, we're not lucky about Silver Tiger, because he could actually be poached by all three companies in the US, the big three. Could be poached by north of the border. He could also be poached by all three of the cult and above companies in Japan. So not only do we have to worry about south of the border with him, but we've got to worry about pretty much every big company around the world in those major regions. Whereas I think El Critico is just based in Mexico. So we're not going to be too worried about him. He's also 43. So I don't exactly see south of the border coming in for him. Now, the other one I'm only a little bit worried about is El Mdico. And I say a little bit because we've tried to keep a bit of a lid on him. We haven't pushed him too hard. Kyler has sort of taken the push I probably would have given to El Mdico. But I think, you know, Kyler's definitely ready to be pushed as hard as we have been pushing him recently. I mean, he's arguably probably the best talent in the company on paper. Not even to do with age. He's only 21. But just overall, his top row, if you saw the end of stat screen for the last episode, he's getting very close to having some of his top row stats. I think brawling and flashiness are very close to C pluses, which is pretty incredible. Anyway, let's book the rest of the show. Let's go with a. So let's go Kyler angle first, and then I want to have an angle after the match as well, in which Silver Tiger is going to address El Critico once again. All right, there we go. That looks pretty good. All right, let's book the rest of the show. Now, there was one more thing I wanted to do for the women that I've actually had. Some of these ideas have been in my head for a little while, and this is one of them. And it is going to be Poison Ivy, who is one of the new signings in the women's division. She's going to team up with Purple Viper, and as long as they don't have any negative chemistry, I'm going to make them a tag team. We obviously need some competitors for them. Let's go with Pinky and Lauren. I think we can probably... let's go storytelling. And we'll give Purple Viper the victory. Yeah, I don't think we can call it just yet with our Poison. Can we do an angle with them? That's an interesting question as well. She can kind of speak. What about Viper? And Viper is actually quite good. Okay, let's we'll do an angle. So let's see how it goes. So both on success as well. We'll chuck that back there. What else do we need? I was thinking maybe we could do a trios title match, but we've only just put the title onto Evil Inc. I suppose they could have a defense. Why not? We'll start the show off with a trios title match. So there's Evil Inc. And I guess we might just go with a bit of an impromptu tag team. So let's go El Mdico. Exclude booked there as well. Let's go North Star and I guess Yellow Flash. Yeah, there we go. That looks pretty good, I think, anyway. Let's give Samael the victory and Yellow Flash can lose. And again, we'll keep it open, script, and decisive. I think Wanta might be... he's still only at a C. I'm wondering if he's actually still improving. Alright, and I think we need one more match. We can probably go... Let's go Critico and Hurricane in our high spots match. And I just hope that Hurricane doesn't injure El Critico. Obviously, non-title match. We'll put it right there. We'll give El Critico an angle for himself as well. Just a nice, easy angle. Nothing really to do with Silver Tiger in there. And we need to cut some time. We might actually... Let's cut the El Critico angle because he does actually have an angle sort of at the end of the show with Silver Tiger. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's do a couple of matches here with everybody else that is remaining. Let's see what women we have available. Let's actually go the Crown to take on Dreamer and Blanca. Dreamer and Suarez. And we'll give Dreamer the victory there. Doesn't really matter too much. It's only a pre-show match anyway. And then we'll go another one. And we'll go with Boom Boom and Angel of Mercy. Actually, Boom Boom, let's go a trios match. Maybe this one should actually be on the card. But let's go Heroes. And they can take on the team of Dragon Americano, Mdico, and Ramos. Yeah. We'll give the victory to Angel of Mercy. Why not? And there we go. All right, let's run the show. Generic venue, and we kick it off with a 67 C+ there. Probably should have put that on the card and replaced the other tag match that we're doing. But we have Electric Dreamer and Velvet Suarez defeating the Crown in 10-18 when Electric Dreamer defeated Brooke Tyler by pinfall with an electric blue bomb. And yeah, Velvet being the weak link. But we do have a lot of worker improvements here. We got Velvet, Suarez improving in technical, and then both Brooke and Queen Amazon improving in performance skills as well. And we move into the other match, which gets a 63C, where we have Heroes defeating Dragon Americano, Mdico, and Ramos the Executioner in 10-06 when Angel of Mercy defeated Mdico by pinfall with a Mercy of God. And no worker improvements there. Alright, so we start the show off with a 68C+, where we have Eva Link defeating Mdico Jr., North Star Jr., and Yellow Flash in 9-52 when Samael defeated Yellow Flash by pinfall with a Poison of God. Samael and Absolute Power make defense number 2 of their Campeonatos de Trios titles. Yeah, good match. Pretty happy with that. We then go into the women's angle, which does pretty bad, but that's kind of understandable. And we get a 41D for Poison Ivy and Purple Viper. Their tag match, like I said, it's quite a bit worse than the pre-show. 58C-. But we do have Poison Ivy and Purple Viper defeating Pinky Perez and Lauren Easter in 9-54 when Purple Viper defeated Lauren by pinfall with a Viper Bite. Pinky off her game in that one. Moving into a 67C+ high spots match where we have El Critico defeating Hurricane in 10-25 by pinfall with a critical mass. And once again, El Critico still improving in performance skills, so don't know what's going on with him. He must be hitting the cryo chamber or something like that because he's essentially turning back the clock and still improving. Moving on to a 58C-, which is better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it might have hit a D. Where we have the angle between DOS Phoenix reuniting for what they're saying is for one night only. But obviously, storyline purposes, they are going to be getting back together. So yeah, we're going to continue. The face turn is basically going to come off in the match between Cosmic Rider and Phoenix 3. We're going to be doing a match for them together. I was going to do it at Venganza, but it is essentially 5 weeks away, so, well, I think it might be 4 weeks away. Anyway, the match itself gets a 55C-, where we have Phoenix 3 and Phoenix 4 defeating Cosmic Rider and Strongman in 10-23 when Phoenix 3 defeated Strongman by pinfall with a high velocity leg drop. And yeah, so Ryder was off his game, Strongman was tiring towards the end, and Phoenix 3 used subtle mannerisms to hint at a future face turn. Pretty good, okay. We also have Phoenix 4 improving in performance skills as well, which is also pretty welcome, because we do want him to improve at a relatively decent rate. Moving into a 99. I thought it was 100 for a second. 99 A-star promo here, once again from Kyler Adams, proving that he does deserve to be in the main event. And I'm looking forward to this match, man. It's going to do really well. Oh my goodness. I thought it was going to hit maybe an 83, but an 88 B+ rated match. I mean, we're really not that far off. And I mean, Kyler's popularity is only a C-. Imagine his matches once we hit B popularity with 2 wrestlers. Obviously, we need to be in a national company to actually complete the challenge. But I think if we do get a 100 A-star on a pay-per-view, even if we're a cult company, in my eyes, that would be a successful attempt, a success in my eyes, basically. Even though technically, in the rules, it wouldn't be. But obviously, there's not much time left between now and the drop for 2020. So we'll have to wait and see how we go. But this might be the match that does it and gets a 100 A-star. Anyway, this is not even for a title either. It's 1 point away from an 89A. Incredible stuff. A 71 there in ring for Kyler, and an 82 for Silver Tiger. Alright, and the final angle getting us a 90A, where we have Silver Tiger and El Critico once again going at it. And of course, they are going to face each other in a steel cage match at Venganza. Alright, let's end the show. We get an 84 B+. Again, increasing popularity in 5 regions this time. Obviously, the Mexican regions, along with the couple of American regions. I'm a little bit confused because it says 5 regions. However, the broadcasting is the 6 regions, so I don't really understand that. Obviously, it's only tiny in Puerto Rico, but surely it would still increase even a little bit. Okay, well, there we go. Original Lucha Libre is Eternal has risen to cult size. We're a cult size company now. Can you believe it? It only took us 50 episodes, but we're actually at a cult company. And Kyler just put on the best match of his entire career with an 88 B+. Batella Turner getting a 0.66 TV rating. And we've got a lot of stuff to do now that we're officially cult. So as you can see, it's gone up to a 47. Whereas the popularity is still the same. But basically, I'm assuming the importance in the region might be just that little bit higher. Which causes the importance in the region as well to scale up a little bit further with the popularity. Very interesting stuff. I'm just going to save the game there. Alright, so as you can see, I have actually changed the company size on the left side of the screen there. And it feels really good to change that because it's been quite a long time since last time I changed it from small to regional when we were still at Summit Wrestling. So It's been a while. Very happy to do it. And it actually looks a little bit strange. But anyway, now we've got some really important stuff to do. We have to sort out our contract situation. Obviously, Kyler, we don't have to worry about him. And I want to look at his popularity. He actually lost popularity. Okay. Interesting. I didn't expect him to lose popularity with an 88B+, but it was a decisive victory. So let me have a look at Silver Tiger. Hopefully he gained popularity. And he didn't gain any popularity. Okay, well that's really frustrating. It was a great match, but at the same time, why did Kyler lose popularity? Okay, anyway. So the first one we need to do, it's going to be expensive, but has to be Silver Tiger. We want him available for all shows. We're going to try and go as cheap as possible. And we're just going to have to hope and pray that South of the Border don't decide to put an offer in as well. Alright, so he wants 19,550. It's a lot of money, man. That is a lot of money. That's about, what, like 3,500 per appearance? If he's making 5 per month. Anyway, we can't lose him, so we have to put him on a written deal. He's essentially the future of the company, along with Kyler, along with Mdico. And I would say Austin Smooth as well. So Austin's going to be my next one. Because hopefully he'll be, yeah, he's much cheaper, only 4,500. And I'm pretty happy to pay that for a guy like Austin. And we pretty much want maximum contracts as well because, well, I mean, we're putting faith in our guys. The 4,300 and, what was it, 80? Yeah. 4,380. That's pretty cheap. Considering what we just paid for Silver Tiger, albeit it's Austin Smooth, a lot less popular. And I wouldn't say... I mean, he's pretty much as talented. He probably could be more talented. The only thing letting him down is star quality. What I think we could do this. I don't think this is outside of the rules, but we could actually bring him up to a middleweight. So I think we're going to do this. Oh, he's not interested. That might be because of Pride Glory. I'm not sure if Pride Glory have weight divisions, but if they do, that might be something that's preventing him from deciding to go up a size. Anyway, up next, got to be your boy Mdico. And I mean, I have to say, 7,000 around the 7,500 mark, 7,800 mark. That's relatively cheap for him. What was it? 7,790. I mean, that's pretty good. Written deal. Mdico going to be staying with the company. Now the question is, who else do we need to sign? I think El Critico, I mean, to be on the safe side, we should probably sign him. Like, part of me thinks we need to sign him up. He's still really, really good. Not even sure if he's in time decline yet. Can I go back and check that? Let's check that. So, creative meeting, time decline. He's not actually on the list. Phoenix 3 is on the list, which I find pretty interesting. But again, he is actually older. Yeah, I mean, probably should have got rid of Slayer. Anyway, doesn't matter too much. So, yeah, he looks like he's not actually on the list. I'm wondering if... I mean, Lopez has to be in time decline as well. Because I have noticed his stats falling. So, yeah, anyway. Up next, we do kind of want to get a lot of the sort of younger guys that we're sort of developing, such as Hurricane, who I think will be a star in due time. Now, the thing is, do we go a written deal or do we go developmental? I think with him we're going to go written because I know that we're going to use him in the future. And I think even on a written deal, I'm pretty sure you can still send workers to developmental to work. Alright, so there we go. That's his contract sorted. Who's up next? Now, we don't want to go too crazy. That's something we need to make very clear. You don't want to go too crazy. You don't want to sign too many people to written deals. We kind of just want to get like a decent amount of our sort of top guys and maybe top prospects as well. Now, Boom Boom Jamaica, going to be very expensive, but he's also one of the guys that I see as our top stars, especially a top face. So 10,830. Pretty brutal, but he does actually have a lot of popularity in Mexico. In America. I just tried to say Mexico and America at the same damn time. America is what I was trying to say. Alright, there we go. That's his contract. Again, really expensive, but kind of needs to happen. I mean, the final one that I'm thinking about is Cosmic Rider. But he's also pretty old. So I'm wondering if we want to give him a 10-year contract. He's also actually a negative influence, which I didn't realize previously. Maybe I go with Dragon Americano instead. Yeah, I think we're going to go with Dragon Americano. He's also a heel. Upper mid card. Really talented. 7,260. Alright. Again, just with the sort of younger guys, I'm wondering if... So Austin's been offered. What about, yeah, Angel of Mercy probably needs a contract as well. Yeah, definitely. Definitely needs a written deal. Not going to be too expensive either. Looking around 7,000. Yeah, just over 7,000. 70. There we go. Alright, so that's him sorted out as well. He's only 26. And he's also a guy that can work in a lot of different regions in the world. Now, Felipe Caballero would be another option, but I think for now, we'll just leave it on his current deal. Similar to a guy like Devious Dr. Fang, once I decide to actually start pushing them, and once it's, you know, in my mind, then we will actually give him a proper written contract, or if, you know, we have enough money to. One more thing I want to do is the women. Brooke Tyler, Lauren Easter, they both need to be on written deals, and that is to prevent any American or Canadian, in the case of north of the border, deciding they want their former releasee women that are incredibly good, in case they decide they want them back. So 4,300 there for Brooke. Perfect. And then we want Lauren as well. I would say Hellcat, but she's not really that popular at the moment. But I guess she'll be cheap. Interesting. She does work for QAW, so I'd kind of be screwing them out of another wrestler as well. So where is she? Lauren Easter. Only works for us. That's perfect. Looking at probably about 6,000 for her. What is it? 6,080. Alrighty, there we go. Now I think that's it. Let me just have one more quick look over. And I think we're good now. I mean, I'm not really worried about Dreamer. I would like to get her on a written deal. And it might even be a pretty smart option because, I mean, her popularity is only going to increase, and therefore that's going to drive her wage demands up. But we do need to be careful. Actually, one thing I do want to do, let's go Francisca, because she is without a doubt going to be my top heel in the company as far as women go. And I know that she will, because she's that. Oh. Okay. Interesting. So we do have a working agreement with CILL. And as you can see, yeah. That's interesting. Do I alter the relationship to non-aggression? Wait, actually, non-aggression. I guess we just end the relationship. Yeah, I think ending the relationship's kind of the only option we have there. I wonder if I end it, will they go hostile towards us? They probably will. I'm kind of undecided if I actually want to do it or not. I think, yeah, I'm going to end it. I'm going to end it. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I would like to get her on a written contract because I know for a fact her popularity is going to start to increase. It's already at a decent level. So if we can get her on a written contract for 3,000 per month as opposed to 6,000, it's going to greatly benefit us. Anyway, don't really know what I'm doing now. I guess, I mean, we have one signing that I know I want to make and that I talked about for a very, very long time. Obviously, James Prudence. We want to get him in on a written contract as well. Maybe only like a. See, I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen, man. I could literally tell as soon as I saw the 19,000 and that B minus in his popularity. I knew they were going to go after him. That's really pissed me off because he is the future Universal Champion. Almost like a strong part of me feels like I shouldn't have even offered him a written deal because I knew this was going to happen. I said it to you guys. And now I'm full of regret. 26,000. Oh man. What do we do? I guess we're just got to go 30. I mean, we can't even offer that much. I guess turn the smart offer, but we might actually not be able to offer that much because of Strongman being the owner. Yeah, 27,630 is the highest. Okay. Give him a bonus of 20%, which I think is what that's what they're giving him. And then we'll give him a signing bonus of, I guess we'll just give him like 25,000. Actually, let's go 20 first and see exactly what that does. Because we still have a little bit of room to continue. All right. Oh man, I'm so I'm so cut up about that. Well, if that's the case, then we're gonna do a rematch, and Kyler's gonna beat him. Oh, that's so frustrating. That is so frustrating. I knew it was gonna happen as well, so I can't really be too upset. It's my own fault for offering him a written deal. But at the same time, I mean, south of the border probably would have come in anyway. So Hysteria is now available in other areas for some reason. Seems a little strange, a little random. But Hysteria is a guy I would actually like to get in. Alright, so we've got Hurricane's contract here. I mean, we're signing a decent amount of workers to written deals. I'm just so worried. I feel like they're probably just gonna keep changing their offers. Alright, so there's Austin Smooth. So Austin, and then we got both the women, so Brooke and Lauren. That's a positive. I mean, at least, and I say at least, Mdico seems to be right now off their radar. And I think Mdico does have a little bit more upside. Obviously, a lot lower popularity, but he's a lot younger, and I think he does have a higher upside. And there is Mdico. So he is now staying with us for 10 years. Same with Boom Boom Jamaica, Dragon Americano, and Angel of Mercy as well. Perfect. We're just waiting on Silver Tiger. I'm wondering if let me just go full offer there. I want to get him, man. We need him. We really need him. I mean, this guy would actually be pretty good as well. Mario da Silva. Not popular, unfortunately, but he's relatively good. Let's shortlist him. Could be a somewhat decent replacement. Alright, the next thing we need to do is look at broadcasting deals, because we can now go on to a new pay-per-view carrier, which is the same one as south of the border. So I want to see if we can actually apply for that. And I think it's this one here. Alright, so we need higher qualities. I don't actually want to do it right now, because I'm a little bit worried about finances. So just want to or at least have a look what this month we're obviously going to make money for this month. Actually, I'm wondering if interesting. I'm wondering if we actually pay all of our workers that are on written contracts now, if we pay them for the month of November. I'm assuming we do. So, in a roundabout way, I probably just screwed myself out of a lot of money had I just waited until the start of December. Anyway, doesn't matter too much. I'm actually super happy with the guys that we got on the written deals as of right now. So, yeah, it doesn't matter. As you can see, I'm going to expect the worker cost to basically shoot up to about 300,000 At least for this month in itself. Okay, let's get into another show. I mean, we're what, like 45 minutes into the episode? And we've only done one TV show. Alright. 6,500 fans. Thought our popularity was going to go up. Did we not increase in this region? That might be what it was. But the last show was a B+. Surely a B+ would increase from a C popularity. It would have to, surely. Anyway. Now I'm super worried. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. Do I choose to start jobbing Silver Tiger out right now? Because I feel like he's probably going to go to south of the border? Or do we just wait and potentially lose out on getting some of his popularity back onto our stars before he eventually does sign with them? Oh, I'm so torn right now. I have no idea what to do. I want to do a test. I just want to see if he will take a loss to Kyler. I don't think he will. But let's have a look. Yeah, very unhappy. Okay. What if we throw someone else in the match? I'm just trying to think of ways to get that popularity of him. And I really don't want to use Lopez to do it because he's too old. Maybe Mercy? What's his popularity? Oh, it's too low. Way too low. Yeah, Kyler is pretty much the only option. Okay, let's do this. This is risky, but we're going to go Kyler. Probably going to be the biggest main event we will ever do on TV. It's going to be Kyler taking on Silver Tiger. Taking on... where is he? Silver. Taking on Nicholas Lopez. Triple threat match for the Mexico title. However... I say, however, the Mexico title is now being changed from a mid-card title belt to a floating title. And as such, you know, it's going to be floating. It's going to fluctuate. I'm assuming this match might boost it up to a pretty high level, because we're going to have Kyler pin Nicholas Lopez. Or we're going to try and do it. Silver Tiger still very unhappy. The thing is, I don't actually want to make him upset. Okay, what we can do instead... I'm freaking out a little bit because of this contract offer from south of the border on Silver Tiger. All right, I think we're gonna go with what I said. We're gonna keep him strong, and it's gonna be... So we're changing that to floating. The Mexico title no longer a mid-card belt. It is going to be similar to the women's title. We might come up with another mid-card title at some stage. We'll just have to wait and see. And what I'm going to scrap that match. We're going to scrap it. We're going to go with a ladder match for the Mexico title, and it is going to be Kyler taking on Silver Tiger. I guess we're going to keep him strong, and hopefully that'll do the trick. We're going to go 25 minutes as well. For Kyler to get the victory. Open called, slow built, decisive, and we will keep him strong. There we go. Okay, well, I'm curious to see how that's going to do. Might be a bit of a risk going for 25, but I mean, they both have the psychology to be able to pull off this match. So, yeah, I'm expecting them to do it. Obviously, kept strong. That's going to penalize the match rating a little bit. Anyway, let's get into what we need to get into. So I want to have El Critico. Actually, no. Let's go Dragon Americano and another heal. I guess we can go with Slayer. And they're going to take on the Eternal Kings. Non-title match, just for 10 minutes. And we are going to give Lopez the victory. The loser can be Slayer. Another match. Let's go with... Well, we can start pushing El Mdico now. So let's go a singles match. And we'll have El Mdico take on Felipe Caballero. Pretty solid mid-card match there. With El Mdico picking up the victory. And then I think we're going to have a women's trios match. 6-man. We're only going to run 4 shows because the ladder match is going to take up 30 minutes. So that's essentially a whole extra match in itself. So trios, then we'll grab our women. And we'll have... I don't want to use the girls that I didn't use last week. So Francisca, Hellcat, and Mystery Pink to take on Lauren, Dreamer, and I guess Estrella. Yeah, we'll go Estrella. We'll just give it 10, and then we're going to go with Lauren to pick up the victory, I think. Scripted and decisive. That one's going to go up there. Storytelling on that. I guess we'll make one of our pre-show matches a high spots. Let's go with... we'll go with Hush and a face. Boom, boom. There we go. Nice and easy. 10-minute high spot. Pre-show match. Boom, boom. Picking up the victory. Can actually be called, I think. Alright, there we go. Actually, we'll do another pre-show. Let's go another trios. We'll go with the Juggernauts. And they can take on a team of Japanese stars. With Yodo Oichi in there as well. So Team Burning Fury and Oichi give the victory to Ramos. Perfect, alright. And I'll chuck that one there. Alright, let's do angles. So, obviously, we want to have Kyler doing his angle. Bam. Then we'll go the Eternal Kings. Nicholas and Marcus. Mdico can have his angle as well. I do actually want to change Mdico's size. He's hopefully we'll get a nice increase with his star quality, and then we can make him figurehead. Because he's really close. I think he's at an A, like a 90A. So if we can get that to 100, we'll make him the figurehead. We got him on a 10-year contract, and we'll greatly benefit from that. So that's the game plan there. How much time do we have? Yeah, we'll do one more angle with the women. But let's go with the heel team. So it's Francisca, Hellcat, and who was the third one? It was Mystery Pink. Alright. I'm pretty sure all three of these women can speak really well, so that's a benefit. It's going to be a good angle. Not good, but, you know, average. We'll also bump that up by 2. And then we need another 2 minutes, so we'll give it to Mdico and Felipe. Alright, well, I think that's actually a really good-looking show. And this is going to be, by far, the biggest win of Kyler's career. The only problem we're going to have with this now is taking the belt off him. Because we're gonna have to do that at some stage as well. Oh, it's kind of got me... It's kind of got me thinking that I don't want to do this. Oh, I'm trying to, you know, work things out on the fly. Do I want to do this? Do I want Kyler to get more popularity right now? Even though he's eventually going to have to drop some as a result. And who do I put the belt on? Because he's supposed to verse Labyrinto Jr. Do I put it on Labyrinto? I guess I kind of do. And we can have him be maybe a makeshift champion. Anyway, let's run the show. We're going to do it anyway because we're probably losing Silver Tiger. Alright, so we start off with a 51D+. The Juggernauts defeating Yodo, Oichi, and Team Burning Fury in 9:33 when Ramos defeated Oichi by pinfall with a Warrior Slice. Not a great match, but we have Yodo improving in Rumble skills. Sorry, we then go into a 66C+, where we have Boom Boom Jamaica defeating Hush in 10:28 by pinfall with a Drop the Boom. And that's a pretty good high spots match. And we also have Hush improving in Rumble skills as well. Alright, so we then start off the show with a 59C rated angle from our 3 women. Our 3 heel women. Like I said, it's pretty good. It's pretty average, pretty standard. Good for the women. Let's say that. They're really starting to come alive. Their trios match getting a 62C, where we have Lauren Easter, Electric Dreamer, and Estrella Blanca defeating Francisca Marcos, Hellcat Hernandez, and Mystery Pink in 12:22, when Lauren defeated Francisca by pinfall with a belly-to-belly suplex. Yeah, just a really good match there. All round. We also have Electric Dreamer improving in Rumble skills as well. We then go to a 76B- for Mdico's angle prior to his big match. The match gets a 72B- where we have Mdico Jr. defeating Felipe Caballero in 12:06 by pinfall with a Northern Lights suplex. And we have Felipe improving in technical skills as a result. Good match though. We then go to a 76B- where we have the Eternal Kings cutting a promo before their tag match. Of course, it's non-title. That match gets a 66C+, where we have the Eternal Kings defeating Dragon Americano and Slayer in 10:05 when Lopez defeated Slayer by pinfall with a Lopez Buster. And obviously, Slayer being the weak link of the match there. Alright, we then go into a 93A, so a little bit lower than the last one, but still 2 points away from an A star. So Kyler doing really well with the pre-main event angles. And the main event doesn't do as well, but realistically, if you look at the ratings, Kyler had a higher in-ring performance, and Silver Tiger, I believe, had the same. So yeah. Anyway, we have Kyler Adams defeating Silver Tiger in a ladder match in 25-18 when Kyler Adams retrieved the item. Kyler makes defense number 5 of his Campeonato del Mexico title. Yeah, 77B. Lucky to get a B there, actually. 1 point away, 1 point lower would equal a B-, so I'm happy with that. It's pretty good. End the show for a 78B, and again, only increasing popularity in 5 regions there, so that's interesting. That's very interesting. I'm guessing that's no longer a good enough grade for us to be improving in West Central Mexico. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, 0.77 TV rating. That's way up from where it was last week. And yeah, as you can see, popularity in the other 2 regions up to a 51D+, but we are still stuck at a 65C. A little bit unfortunate. Let's have a look in the editor. So I want to see if we're still at the same... If we're at these same numbers, which I assume we would be. We're actually lower. We lost popularity. We're at a 65.7. Okay. Interesting. Because that was 65.9 before we went to Cult, so... A little bit strange. I'm kind of a little bit perplexed, I would say. Perplexed, yeah. I mean, that's kind of the right way to say it. It's just confusing me a little bit as to why that's not increasing. Now, it could have something to do with production. But we're not getting any penalties, so don't really understand that. Interesting. Anyway, let's advance to the end of the month. I mean, what an episode. Turning cult. Finally turning cult. And I think we'll make a couple more signings and then we might actually end the episode because it's already... Well, it's gone for about an hour and 5 minutes now. Hour and 4 minutes. And I don't want it to be too long. I like them to be about an hour and 15. So, yeah, I'm assuming another 10 minutes for us to go on a bit of a signing spree. But we do want to get James Prudence, and I think we want to get, is it Blue Phantom? So, yeah. Alright, so Austin Smooth leaving Summit Wrestling and leaving CZCW. And, of course, Boom Boom, he went on loan to Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. And apparently Seth Whitehead and Major Juanta have been getting on recently, so we've got a new friendship there as well. No way. No way. He's accepted our deal. Yes! Yes! Come on! Oh, that's awesome. That is perfect. That is perfection. Oh man, that is actually the best result. He's so expensive right now. 27,000. But we've got him. We've got our man. I don't want to look at his popularity. It didn't go down. Okay. Well, that's perfect. And we have him for 10 years. Unfortunately, he's going to get a bonus of 20% per pay-per-view. So that kind of sucks. But at the same time, he is our biggest star at the moment. So we're keeping our biggest star and preventing South of the Border from getting him. Even though if he went to South of the Border, he'd probably be just another mid-carder, unfortunately. Anyway. Alright. Signings. Now I'm a little bit hesitant to sign James Prudence. Because I was going to sign Prudence. Well, we were gonna sign him originally anyway, but I was going to sign him right now as the replacement for Silver Tiger. Obviously, we don't really need to replace him now, so yeah, interesting. He's so good though. He's really, really good. I mean, with his popularity, we could even go into Canada. Anyway. Yeah, anyway, let's go for Blue Phantom. Gonna bring him in. Definitely a future star. He's only gonna cost us 5,600 as well, so I'm saying that's pretty cheap for a guy that's gonna become something pretty special with us. He wants exactly 5,500. Alright, there we go. Now I guess, well, I mean, we should probably look through my shortlist. That would be a good idea. Now I need to find out where my shortlist actually is. It's down here. Acid 2 might be a good option for the... Why is he a babyface? I never realized Acid 2 is a babyface. Interesting. I mean, all this would be a decent option. Should we just go straight in, sign Amazing Firefly? I mean, what I could do is essentially just go in and sign Amazing Firefly, Ernest Youngman, Scythe. You know, I could sign all these guys straight away. But I want to be careful. I do want to be careful about the finances. The first thing that happens sometimes when people go cult, if they don't have a big amount of money in the bank, which we kind of do, having, what, 3.8 million, they can go a bit crazy sometimes. Anyway, I think I want to get Firefly in because he's starting to get pretty old, and we want to work on his stats so we can turn him into, you know, a pretty amazing talent. So 2,500. That's also really cheap. Yep, that's perfect. Get him on a 10-year written deal contract there as well. I mean, Cabrera was one I was thinking about. He would maybe be a good option to bring in and send away on a developmental contract. Yeah, interesting. We might hold off on that. Wonder if so Takano, he's available in Japan again, but I'm wondering if his excursion is actually finished or not. So Blue Phantom, what about Blue Wolf? See, he would be another good option to send on a developmental contract down to Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. But Carlos Gonzalez. Yeah, he's pretty bad for a 36-year-old. I do actually have the entire south of the border roster. Good old Garrido, El Hot Dog. I mean, Dustin Deuce could come in maybe. He would actually be a good option for a developmental contract. I think we might do that. Do I go developmental or do I just give him a written contract? I might wait until the next episode for any sort of developmental deals, because I want to do a bit of research on them and see what the difference actually is. I really like the look of this guy, El Rey. I mean, he's not great. He's pretty good, though, I guess. Do we bring him in? Oh, I mean, we have to bring him in. What am I doing? Just bring him in. Just bring him in. He's not even going to be that expensive. I'm going crazy now. I'm losing my mind. We've hit cult, and I'm losing my marbles. 5,260. I mean, if I'm getting him, I have to get Scythe as well, don't I? Should we get Fearless Blue in? Put him under a mask or something? I mean, Gargantuan as well. He would be an incredible heal. Ooh, that's pretty tempting. Gary the Entertainer. Will we sign him? Oh no, not available in Mexico. Too bad he's not with, what do you call it? New York City. If Gino Montero becomes available, I might try and go all out to sign him. And offer some big money. I mean, Greg Gage as well. How good is this guy? I mean, he'd probably be another one to put on developmental if I was going to do it. I'm just sort of having a look through here. Okay, that's I'm gonna do that as well. We're gonna bring in the Puerto Rican boys. I did actually have a comment, probably about 5, maybe 6 episodes ago, saying that I should bring in Island Boy Apollo, and my plan was to actually bring him in once we go cult, which I said in my reply. But I think we might bring in both of them because we do need more face tag teams. And these two, I mean, they're really good. Yeah. And Island Boy Apollo can actually speak, so. I mean, the question is, yeah, never mind. Question is being answered in my head. It's too cheap, written deals, nice and easy. 3,360. I was going to say we could maybe just do paper appearance, but, you know, we could run into the same sort of scenario that we just did. So it's best just to get the guys that I want to get straight away. So Island Boy Apollo is going to come in. We'll get, what is it? Yeah, Kid San Juan. We'll get him in as well. Still, wait, is he not toxic? Whoa. Hold on. Is he not toxic? Hold on. Hold on. I think Jack Bruce might not be toxic anymore. Okay, well that would be massive. If that's the case, that could be big. I mean, Malefic would be another option there for the developmental. It's pretty bad, but, you know, I see some upside to him. And like I said, him and Huracan could have a pretty good rivalry in about 10 years' time. I mean, Mr. Lucha 3, another guy I'd probably like to bring back in. Originally starts off in Oli as one of their like biggest stars. I really wish he was available. Good old Primus. Now, do I go with Ragnar the Viking? He's actually relatively good. He's still only young, 25. We could bring in the Viking Raiders. He's currently unemployed. I'm not too sure about his tag team partner. I mean, I guess the other thing is I probably don't want to bring in too many people, which like I said, I'm going crazy right now. I am actually going crazy. Thinking about signing pretty much everyone that I can. There's Scythe. We are going to sign Scythe. That has to be done. If I'm signing Ernest, I have to sign Scythe alongside. 4,340. And again, that's still pretty cheap. That was 40, yeah. Alright, perfect. I think that'll do us for now. Let's advance. We've got 2 days. And we'll just see if these contracts come back. And then we'll wrap the episode up. Not going to do another Battalo turn-off for this episode. We'll keep it for next episode. Because this one has been pretty eventful, pretty stacked. I didn't expect to actually go cult at the start of the episode. I kind of expected it to be much later. EMLL offering a contract to Cosmic Rider there. Interesting. And we have a booking position available for Winnow, which I believe is a women's company. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a women's company in Japan. Yeah, female athletes. There you go. Okay, well, yeah. I don't really know what to do now. Anyway, we'll advance one more day. We actually made 148,000 profit. But as you can see, the worker cost has gone up a lot. And I'm assuming that was due to the written deals that have all been put in place. The ones that were accepted and joined before the end of November probably cost us the money there. Whereas from this month onwards, it's just going to be the written deals and not all the paper appearance leading up to that, if that makes sense. Anyway, we also had a lot of miscellaneous costs down there as well. And a pretty hefty 10,800 from Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. So, yeah, we're going to need to keep a bit of a close eye on that. Anyway, let's advance one more day, and then we'll end the episode. I mean, I hope you guys have actually enjoyed it. Cult. I mean, I've been pretty stressed out this episode, I have to say that. Oh, we lost Labyrinto? Okay, well, I wasn't expecting that. I knew his contract was running out. But I just wasn't expecting it to run out at that exact moment. Get him on a 1-year contract. Alright, how much does he want? 1,270. Alright, so we'll get him in for 1 year. And basically we'll just use him to lose a little bit. Probably should have, actually, can I go back in and renegotiate that? Wonder if we can use him to pass the torch. That is put over others. They're far less likely to complain. That's perfect. That's what I wanted. 1,390. That's fine. I'm not really too worried about paying him an extra, what is it, $100 per appearance? If it's gonna, you know, save him from actually complaining. Alright, and here we go. Amazing Firefly has to come in as a face, and then Island Boy Apollo coming in as a face as well. I believe Blue Phantom is a heal, so that's pretty cool. Ernest, I think, is a heal as well. Yeah. Scythe, obviously a heal. We might actually make Blue Phantom a face. He can play face pretty well. I'm wondering if we go face for him. Because we kind of have enough heals, and I can always turn Nicholas Lopez as well. So yeah, that is going to wrap up the episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you have watched all the way through, make sure you have smashed the like button before you click off the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Apart from that, guys, as always, take it easy. And I hope you enjoy the end of stat screen for episode 50.